Hello learners, welcome to E-Shiksha Bytes. Today we are going to study about SOP. What is this SOP? So this SOP is your statement of purpose. This statement of purpose deals more about your academic and professional background, highlighting your accomplishments, goals, and how you are a good fit for the program that you have applied for. So it's basically a document that connects you to the admission committee. So why this SOP is considered as a very important document when you applied for any graduate course in the foreign universities. So it is the, perhaps you can say, the first document that attracts the admission team to your profile. So you must draft a powerful SOP, that is a statement of purpose. Now, several candidates, they must have a similar academic qualifications to yours, and this SOP, this document is actually giving you an opportunity to make yourself stand out from the rest. So this is how you have to make your SOP different from others. It also reflects how well you can articulate your thoughts, ambitions, and goals on a sheet of a paper that connects your skills to the admission committee. Now, this SOP will give the admission committee a subjective view what you are actually seeking for. Are you actually interested in the course, or you are keen in joining that course? And what would be the output after, like when they give you the admission, how you are going to benefit the organization or the society. Now, how you can make a good SOP? So first thing is, we have discussed in the previous slide that it should be original. If you want to make your SOP different from others, obviously you are not supposed to copy it from any of the Google websites or from the internet. So you have to create it on your own. And believe me, when you think about yourself, when you think about your skills, that you are the only person, you are the painter who can paint the canvas of your own. So it should be, the another point is that it should be free of grammatical errors. Your SOP should answer all crucial questions that the admission committee might have about you. And if the institution has requested the SOP in a particular format, make sure that you write your SOP in the prescribed format only. A good SOP will demonstrate your passion for the subject, your potential, and your purpose for choosing the particular course. Now, there are certain preliminary steps for your SOP. Just as some ingredients are required to make any particular dish, same way, to prepare a document, specifically the statement of purpose, there are few things that you have to collect. So what are those things? You have to write down all your academic credentials like achievements, project work, workshops, seminars, conferences, research work, skills, etc. on a sheet of paper. Now you have to remember one thing, that your SOP is different from your resume. So don't try to rewrite your resume in your SOP. It's totally different. What you have to do is you just have to segregate the information from all these the ingredients that you have written down on a sheet of a paper. What you have to do is you just take out the technical information that you're going to write in the resume. That is, that information needs to be very precise, technical, and you don't have to use personal pronouns in your resume. These are the things you have to keep aside. Now, apart from these things, what are your skills, your achievements? Those skills and achievements you have to highlight in your SOP, and that too which are actually required for the course that you are seeking for. Also, apart from all these things, you can make a list of anecdotes that relate your skills to the course that you are applying for. But anecdotes doesn't mean for every particular skill you have to write you have to explain it through an anecdote. Avoid it, minimize it. But if you have your anecdotes or a brief of your personal experiences, then you mention it, but you have to be very cautious that it should be relevant and succinct. Okay. And this anecdote doesn't mean ki when you were 10-year-old or a 12-year-old and at that particular time you like your chemistry very well, but your chemistry at that time have a different understanding, and the chemistry that you are learning in your internship may have a different impact in your life. So if you have any experience or any skills that you have learned during that tenure of your internship is obviously can be a part of your anecdote in your SOP. Now, there are certain ingredients, or you can say these certain P's for your SOP. The first one is the purpose. These are the 6 P's that you have to include in your SOP. The first one is your purpose, that why you are writing your SOP. You have to articulate goals and interest in that. Like maybe you want to have your own startup, you want to go for further studies, or you want to go for research purpose. So there you have to mention in your SOP. Then apart from this, you have to mention the second P, that is your past experience, like what kind of experience you have, how much past experience you have, what kind of skills you have learned in your that past experience, and that is relevant to in your the program that you are for the admission you are seeking for. Then the next thing is the program, that why you want to study at that particular college, why only you prefer that college for that particular course. So what you have to do is you have to study about that college, you have to research about that college and the university. Then the personality, like what makes you unique, how you can fit it in the particular course. Okay, then the next is your plain English. You have to be very simple, effective, and logical while writing English. While using any, while writing a document, it doesn't mean when you use a difficult words or very advanced vocabulary in your document, it is impressive. No, 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 not at all. Your preference should always be using a simple words which are effective and which are logical, and where you are able to make the other person uh, convince yes, whatever you are writing is understandable to the readers. Then last and important point is your proofreading. In that, what you have to do is you have to recheck the entire document about for the grammar, and again you have to check for the coherency, that is whether all the points that you have mentioned are interconnected or not, which is very important. If the points are not interconnected, you are not able to convince the admission person. Now, now, this is the basic format for writing an SOP, but this is not the fixed format. Every college they have their own format. If they ask you to write an SOP in the prescribed format, do write in that format. But this is the standard one, like 4 or 5 paragraphs are written, and generally 800 to 1000 words are required in one SOP. So the first paragraph is generally about yourself, where you have to introduce yourself and you have to actually hook the reader. You have to force them to like read your entire SOP. You have to give out of box story in this. You have to mention your academic qualification, the gist of your purpose, and why you are choosing this particular course. Then you have to actually demonstrate your understanding about the courses that you are going for. Then the second and third paragraph talk about your passion for the subject, and you mention your academic and relative activities that prove that you are passionate for that particular subject. Fourth paragraph is why you want to pursue this particular course from this particular university or a college. Justify with your relevant points, and you also have to mention your immediate as well as the long term goals which are suitable and which are able to convince the person. Then in the fifth point, you have to convince the admission committee that you are an ideal person or ideal candidate for this course. Show the admission committee that you have the qualities and the qualifications needed for succeeding in the course, and that you will be able to make a difference in the society with your success. So thanks for watching. If you have any query, do email us at bytesiksha@gmail.com. And if you want your SOP to be reviewed by me, share it at again bytesiksha@gmail.com. Please do like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get all the notifications.